Good morning and welcome to Coffee at the Manor. Thank you so much for joining me. Also joining us today is Benson, who's just about to do one off the chair there. I think, yes, there he goes. I thought we'd have another person in for the day. So then, welcome and good morning to you. I hope you are suitably armed with a cup of something. The show's coming out a little bit earlier today because I'm off to see the dentist. Yes, the dentist. I will have them whitened too, hopefully, but not immediately. So dazzling white teeth. I shall, maybe I won't do that. So yes, I'm going to be no longer British-faced teethness. I will be slightly more, slightly nicer to look at. Hopefully, you never know. You never know. So a good morning to you. As I say, a little bit earlier today. So for those of you that are up and alive at this time of day, there's Redhead Berserker. Yeah. Good morning to you. A legend in the morning, I think, aren't you? You generally here. Good morning to you, and a good day to everybody else that's joining us along the way. So I've got a couple of news stories for you today. Wonders. I'm sure you will be blown of the mind department today. So our first one, actually, we're going to be looking at some tourism. Now, of course, there is stories in the news at the moment. I don't know if you might have noticed, but there's a couple of countries where we've got some things going on. Namely somewhere called Russia. Now, of course, there is a real story that they're keeping from us. Now, there is a real story behind all of this stuff going on that I shan't mention. There's a real story behind it, and let me show you what the real story is. Oh, yes, let me just share this thing right here. The real story is this. North Korea and Russia are going to expand their relationship with a tourism drive. Now, that will solve everything. If there's problems over in that end of the world, don't you worry, because tourism has come to the rescue. Yes, indeedy. The plan is then that they're going to ship a load of Russians over to North Korea. Now, I don't know about you. There's that stereotype, isn't there, about sort of Russian tourists. And is North Korea the place to be sending them? Will they come back? Maybe that's it. They're going to repopulate North Korea. Perhaps the future of North Korea is this sort of amalgam of Koreans and Russians. Because didn't they have some sort of relationship back in the olden days? There was something about them, wasn't it? Yeah, we can look that up at some point. But yes, so it is going to be a hotbed of tourism coming up. Now, I know you're wondering, what the hell is there to do in Pyongyang or any other particular part of Korea? But this is why you've come here, you see, because I will tell you exactly what there is to do. So let's take everybody's favorite shortcut, which is TripAdvisor. Let's do TripAdvisor to North Korea. The best things to do in North Korea. Good job. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got one other one. Someone should tell Camilla there are dentists in England. Oh, yes. I don't think people tend to get that close. She melts the metal as she gets closer. Plus, if we had good teeth in the royal family, there would be very much suspicion cast among us. Don't you think? We kind of have to look a certain way, otherwise we're not British enough. We must have the crooked teeth. We must have the terrible taste in hot beverages. Tea, why? Tea, that's awful. Coffee, all the way. I know this is very blasphemous for an Englishman to be saying, but tea is a load of shit. Coffee is exactly where it's at. Coffee, rah, is what I say. Anyway, so back over to North Korea, because I've lost my thread another time. Back over to North Korea. So what can we see? Well, number one on the list, of course, is the demilitarized zone. Fantastic. I noticed nobody's made a left comments on that particular part. So, that's lovely. They've got some blue buildings and some white ones, and didn't Trump come here once and they sort of stood around there and shook hands? Looks like the toilets, doesn't it? At a festival. These are the VIP toilets at the festival, aren't they? Then you've got the Tower of Juice Idea. Is that how you say that? Which is delightful. Apparently, it's the only thing you have to queue for. You have to queue for that. You can sit fucking miles away. Presumably you can go up in it. Maybe go and mess about at the top, like you used to do in the Statue of Liberty. When I went up to the Statue of Liberty, you could go up in a crown and you could kind of mess about with those little windows. And they're small. The Statue of Liberty is really small, isn't it? The French could have done a bit better. They're gifting you something. They could have given you something a bit bigger. And then the Americans put it together anyway. So here's a gift, but you've got to put it yourself. It's like the IKEA of gifts, isn't it? From France to America. Here's a massive statue. You just got to put it together yourself. All right, good job, nice one. So anyway, this is the Tower of Jutcha idea, which we'll go. Let's go with that pronunciation. Why the hell not? What else have we got? We have Kim Il Sung Square. Fantastic. And the Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum. The war thing is, that's the consistent thing about England as well. You come over here and somebody wants to talk to you about the war, tell you about the war. Okay, but yes, the Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum. Huh. Anything with liberation or democratic in the title is pretty much guaranteed to be pretty much the opposite, isn't it? So yes, but we've got comments. I mean, this is said about the square. I was very impressed with the square, a huge square for ceremony and national parade. Fantastic. Over here we've got. Okay, this one's. So, viewers, you might have to hold on to your trousers for this one. It is said of the Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum, fascinating to experience life inside an alternative reality. Here you will learn how the evil USA started the career. So, yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that. May offend you, and I really would not want to do that. Look, they've got skiing. I didn't know you could go skiing. That's kind of delightful, isn't it? It doesn't look very big, but just go past all the. Oh no, but also, I've probably got on a whole bunch of lists doing this in my program. So what else we got? We've got a stadium we could see. There is these monuments here. These are really famous, aren't they? They're in all the sort of promo shots. Oh no, here's something a little bit more family friendly. We've got Munsu Water Park. Fantastic. I mean, look at this. That looks like it was taken in the 80s, but that's pretty modern, isn't it, for over there? It was, let's see. I'm surprised they could do that. I think it's a little more strict over there. Denim is not cool over there, haircuts, certain haircuts, not cool. But you can go both things. It's an opportunity to share an activity enjoyed by locals. Oh, right, so locals only. Right, I see. Bathing attire provided. With entry free. Oh, so you go in free, but you got to wear their swimming costumes. That's a price. I'm quite interested, dear viewer. Would you pay the price of free entry to this water park? Let's flick through. Let's see. It's got a floor plan, and this. It's got a slide. That two slides, and a rock thing. Look at that. I mean, look. Why is there kind of this? Looks like a really bent in there, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's free. Would you go free for? I personally would elect out of wearing anybody's swimming shorts or costume or whatever it is. And can you imagine? I don't think would they fit me. Certain parts of the anatomy changes, doesn't it? Geographically. So squeeze all your sandwiches, apple them, packet of crisps into that. Ooh. That would embarrass the locals. Well, they got the triumphal arch, not at all based on the French one. No traffic around. That is one benefit. Less traffic. You can see the state circus. See, look at all this, and you can also see concrete wall. Now that it must be worth your flight alone. An overview of the complex fortification system of the southern boundary of the DMZ provided by a military guide. Fantastic. Yes, you would not come back, would you? Well, no, look, you've got a youth park. I wonder, you only have to be a youth. And we've got the Mayday Stadium, which looks delightful. It looks like those lovely desserts you get. What they called, I think they call them bombs, isn't it? Where it's like chocolate on the outside and get the ice cream on the inside. But kind of, you can make a lovely dessert out of that, couldn't you? Very tasty. They put on gymnastic displays. There you go, and have a scallop-shaped roof. Oh, well, that was me thinking it was dessert. Clearly not. It's the starter. And of course, yeah. So there you go. Now I knew you wanted to know where to be going on holiday. Now I've solved it. I have solved it for you. The booming tourism that we will be seeing now in North Korea. Fantastic, and it's full of people, full of Russians. What more could you want? What more could you want? So from there, we're on to the next piece of news now. This one. Here we go. I've got the banner. I've got a banner ready. See, I'm looking at comments and doing banner today. This is pretty good. So over here, then we are looking at this now. Do you have to wear their underwear? I've got to bring that one up. At the youth park, you'd be. Did you guys over at like American? If you forgot your PE kit at school when you were little, you had to wear your pants and your vest, and you had to like tuck your vest into your pants. Did you ever have that? Yes, I imagine it's just that. It's just pants and vest, isn't it? Cherry DeVille like that. Did you do the pants vest thing? I quite did tuck your pants into your vest. Oh, hang on, my monitor's going weird. Let me just plug this thing in. I've moved the room around. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I've moved the room around a bit. I'm over here, as you see, and I'm not over there. Not that it makes a lot of difference. Anyway, what are we doing here? So yes, Tantrum mausoleum. Who doesn't want to go see a mausoleum? Daedong River, or Taedong, you know, brilliant. So there you go. They've got a department store. Wow, great stuff. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah. So I've got to tell you, we're on to the next story. So, of course, there was some sort of vote going on in America recently. Of course, you might have been aware of that one too. I mean, really, I cover all the big stuff, as you can see. Now, there was, of course, a big thing, and as a result of which, some people said, "Well, if there's going to be this result, I'm not being in America anymore. I'm off." Now, this is great for you guys, but as we can see, Ellen Degeneres has decided she's coming to bloody England. Well, why can't you keep her? We don't want her. Bloody sending her over here. What a cheek. So, yes, she's saying she is never coming back to America. Well, now, you see, that's great news for you American people. There was from one particular point of view of this, trying not to go particularly one-sided. Oh, we've got Darkroom Media. Hello to you. I hope all is well with your channel. Good morning to you. Jenny says we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to. Why do we have to have her? I mean, hello. Well, that's a picture of Cher. Okay, well, that wasn't what I wanted. I don't want to look at her anyway. She's got a weird face now. So yes, she is fleeing America with her tail between her legs. That's Sharon Stone. Is she going to? Of all these people, we want, Barbara Streisand. Yeah, you can keep her. With a Goldberg, and keep her. So anyway, she's coming over here, and I don't like it. Take her back. Or who? Okay, there has to be some sort of balance. If you send us somebody rubbish, you got to send us something cool afterwards. So I would like to open that up to the comments. Who the hell can we have in return for taking these bloody degenerate? Good morning, Lord Koala. Hello to you, sir. Hello to you. So, yes, that is the unfortunate news. She's coming here. She's coming to the Cotswolds. There's nothing in the Cotswolds. The Cotswolds is just sort of like a very, very rich people buying very expensive farms, which are now going to be smashed by inheritance tax anyway. So that little good thing was out of the way. Good riddance. Yeah, good riddance there, but not not good riddance. You keep her. Well, somewhere else we can send her. I mean, Portia de Rossi. Where's she from? Isn't she sort of like? Is she? I'm just saying, is she like French Canadian or something? I don't know. Wherever she's from, I can't be bothered thinking Portia de Rossi. She was okay in Arrested Development. Did you guys catch Arrested Development? That was good. Portia de Rossi was good in that. And that was it. That's about where we'll leave her. Australia. We'll send her to Australia. There we go. She'd go in the outback. Yes, that would be good. Send us to the outback, and she can do sort of a survival thing. Yes, good. There we are. I like that. Well done, Koala. So just to cheer you up after that, there is of course more news. Now, I don't know how you guys sit on the case of religion, but every so often, of course, those people over in the Vatican. I once got my finger stuck in the Vatican. There you go. It's a weird trivia. So when I'm not getting my finger stuck in the Vatican, really weird as well. Hang on, a quick thing. As you're walking up to the Vatican, they say it's an optical illusion. They've got these statues on top of the Vatican. As you walk up, the ground's kind of dipped, and it kind of like they look like the same. Because of the thing, because the perspective doesn't change because you're going on a slope. They look the same size, and it's like, oh look, the statues are the same size. I know, strange. Yes, so that's crap. It's just because there's a curve. I mean, wait, it's not a particularly challenging puzzle. Anyway, so these people every now and then like to say, and we have news that there is a new saint. Yes, there is. I'm dazzled. I'm sure you are. And it is a London teenager. Yes, well, sorry, it was obviously because you need to do that particularly important step before being a saint. And it is Carlos Acutis, who's been dubbed the saint of the internet age. Yes, and God's influencer. Yes, yeah. I'm just going to leave that floating in the air like a horrible poop that just doesn't quite flush. Yes, so unfortunately, now the sad thing is, of course, that the young man died early. He died when he was 50. He died of leukemia. This is very sad. We must, of course, appreciate that. But it was, of course, through his work on the internet that proved popular with the church. So here is. Come on now, marketing department. If you're going to put out a picture, let's not have that one. Let's not do that. So he performed a couple of miracles. Yes, he did. It was in 2020. He was beatified, I don't know how to pronounce that, after a Brazilian boy's family said he was cured of a serious birth defect that left him unable to keep food down after obtaining an item as a relic from Carlo's mother and praying to him. That is miracle number one. Miracle number two. Carlos is always credited with the second miracle reported by the church. In 2022, a girl from Costa Rica suffered a serious head injury after falling off a bike in Florence, in Italy. She's said to have recovered against the odds, and her mother prayed to Carlo's tomb in Assisi. Yes, so because of that now, we have our young man here, who is due to be canonized. Carlo will be canonized during the Jubilee of Adolescence at the Vatican. Woo! That's yeah, some things you can't say. Holy gymnastics. Yes, indeedy. Yes, keep it out your mouth. Yes. So that's so that's kind of like the news you can do without doing the jokes that you want to do about the news, isn't it? I need to camp somewhere else so I can talk about it. It just gets more bizarre. I know, isn't it, Reeds? But anyway, so young man, we must, of course, I must impress upon us the nature of the sadness of this young man passing. But yes, so he is, and he's a teenager from London. Who's who would have thought? So he is now Saint Carlos Acutis of what? Dagenham? Somewhere in London, presumably. Or I don't know, they seem to be talking about Spain. So I'm imagining he'll be, I don't know, this girl was from Florence, so maybe it'd be Saint Carlo of Florence or something like that. Who knows? Yes, of course. Yes, really. Yes, absolutely. Right, so I know, amazing. You are amazed, I can tell. Now, I wonder if this one was a puller on the thumbnail. Where's my little thingy? There we go. It is, of course, the news. I'm about to introduce you to a character. I intend to bring you some more characters along we go, but I'm going to bring you Mr. Big Veg. Oh, yes. Do enable internet security stuff if you choose to be Googling that. Yes, look over your shoulder first. But of course, Mr. Big Veg is in the news at the moment, and I'm sure you're wondering, what is he in the news at the moment for? So he is attending a Grow the Biggest Veg competition, and he's got a message for the people. Oh, yes, that actually growing big veg is not just for the big boys. No. Little people can do it too. Yes, indeed. And yes, here he is inviting all the kids to come and have a grow, and because he's trying to get this new generation of young people to be interested in his marrow, as he says. Sorry, I've lost a bit. If they have a giant vegetable in their hands, that's news to me. That's good news to me. Yes, indeedy. Yes, you You don't have to be at all careful about how your article comes across. It's also about taking time, and growing the children of our future to learn about sustainability. Of course, just try and avoid the look at this child holding my vegetable. And you'll be fine. So this delightful young lady here, Thea, was a winner. She won some stuff. Amazing. This is you've got. I mean, blessed. It's the kids one, right? And explaining her winning entry, she said, "This is the green bean that I picked. I grew a big pumpkin in my vegetable patch." That's what you get when you interviewed a child, isn't it? You get some sort of abstract something or other that's sort of half what they're thinking at this current moment, what they've just done, and some weird stuff that just kids say. Yes, this is my green bean that I picked. Yeah, I just asked you about this thing you won, and you're showing me your green bean and telling me about a pumpkin. So, you've got to love kids, haven't you, for those interviews? Oh, look at this guy here. This is Richard Lister sitting proud on his winning pumpkin. Yes, indeed. Good gracious me, that is a pumpkin, said Vice Admiral Kemi Kid CVE. We have all the people turning up. And that's Jersey's Lieutenant Governor. Yeah, I mean, what more could you want? Is that? That's the end of the story. Oh, I thought they were going to give us, But anyway, there you go. This is the man who won the pumpkin. Aren't you amazed? And so, yes, the message being, bring your kids to do marrows and pumpkins and shit. It's great. Brilliant. So next up, what do we have next? We have one last story for you before I limp off into a corner to lick my wounds. It is a quite lovely and finally story. Now, it is a bit of a thing. When I was a student, actually, I was a part of a calendar. It was to raise money for our show. So all of us lads went and posed in a state of undress in a calendar. It was the most treasured calendar I've probably ever seen. I've never seen a group of more pasty, ill-chosen for a calendar people, which made it glorious. You had these terrible tighty-whities combined with socks pulled up, adorning a delightful easel and such things. We've made newspapers. Actually, I've kept the billboard from the newspaper because I'm very proud of myself. Yes. Anyway, and finally, it is, of course, the news. The news that's not the news. This is the news. Manchester man hopes that his M60 motorway calendar will make people smile. Yes, indeed, you need to know this. Yes, you now can get your hands on a calendar all about the M40 motorway. Yes, indeed. I mean, look at here in September, the Junction 21 at Wingate. Ooh, steady on now. Don't get me started on Junction 21. I mean, cool. I thought Junction 20 was pretty good, but he's come and really raise our pulses with Junction 21 at Wingate there. And not only that, he's standing at Junction 21 at Wingate. Double wow. I will let that sink in. I know half of you are now pregnant because of such amazingness on your screen right now. Look at this man. You'd think he'd at least pose a little bit nicer, wouldn't you? At least pull a smiley face or unbutton your shirt a little. Come on, ladies, buy him a calendar. I'll show you my leg. Or a stamp collection or something delightful. This is Paul Crone. Yes, and he wanted to showcase his best bits. Yes, fantastic. How disappointed when they were when this was the attachments on the email. I want to show you my best bits of the calendar. Oh, yeah. Opens the attachment. It's Junction 27 at Stockport. Well, fantastic for December. That must be a good one, right? If they've saved Stockport for December, you know you're in for a treat. Yes, there it is. Look at that, Junction 27. I've got to say though, back end of the Tesla, they could probably they might be able to copyright them because having a Tesla in it could mean they can sell more copies. Therefore, they can smash them with the copyright. But look, Junction A26 at Prestwich. I mean, that is how to please the relatives. So if you are looking for something this Christmas for people that you hate, dearly. Then here it is. This is what you need. You need Views of the M60 by, what's his name? Stuart Crone or whatever it is. Yes, that's what you need in your life. And here it is. Look at that. I love how some people who really consider themselves photographers, right, adopt this pose. Yes, I am going to stand geographically, rhombustically here and photograph this shit. Nobody thinks I'm going to look at that. And those are quite trendy trainers for someone like him, though, don't you think? He's rocking some Adidas. That's not bad. This is going to be what's that? Trespass, isn't it? That's at the top. But yeah, look at the action shots. The cannons are a bit tongue in cheek. Yeah, tongue in cheek. Check out that Whitefield. Ooh, yes, indeed. Yes. People like to buy silly things at Christmas because they're stuck for presents. No, nobody's ever stuck for presents. It's the person buying the presents that's stuck for presents. Yes. And if your imagination goes yeah, no. So anyway, it's a good talking point on the wall. Well, this is a point. I mean, he is now made up, I think, nearly 4 minutes of content on here. And there's going to be hundreds maybe of people watching this. I mean, really, I could have done wonders. I should have a little thing to say that I was sponsored by the amazing. But anyway, here you go. What's this? What's this advert? I've not seen this. Why Britain's biggest unsolved mass murder is being revisited 50 years later. Because they didn't do a fucking good job in the first place, by the sounds of it. That'll be why. And that's it. Some delightful faces from the English news here. Anyway, so there you go. You are so glad that you turned up and came to witness the amazing today. I'm going to leave him on the screen for you. As I go, you may screenshot. I wouldn't judge. So then, thank you so much for joining me. It's been delightful. It's been delightful. As I say, a little bit earlier today because I'm off to go and see the dentist. I'm taking the kids, of course, and I'm going first in the chair to show you, lead by example. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. He better not crucify me in front of the children and tell me bad things. I broke a tooth as well. And I'm thinking, I hope it doesn't. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, right? So I'm fine. You can leave it there. It's fine. Anyways, that's enough for me. Let's have a bit of you. Let me know what you're up to today. I hope you are well. I hope everything's okay. A few of you, I know have got some health stuff going on. Sarah, for example, I hope your health stuff is good. It sounds like you're on the mend, which is fantastic. But whatever the case, huge love from me and everybody at the Manor, I'm sure, to you and your day. So thanks again. There'll be a video popping up by the end of the week. One of my normal jibber jabbers. And aside from that, I'll be back tomorrow with more strangeness. You never know, we might have some more. Oh, God, I've been not looking at the what's it. Sorry, I've been totally a thing. Thank you so much. Oh, well, you are so kind. Hit like. That'd be fantastic. I should say that stuff, shouldn't I? That would be good. Can we get that beauty? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Rhombustic. I love that word. Rhombustically. Love it. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, back to that. I must organize myself. I will get better at this. I will get better. So, until I see you again, do please stay beautiful. Love to my three. And you take care of yourself.